Welcome back to Allie's Space to Craft. I've not been as consistent about posting videos because I've been having some trouble uploading them from the cruise ship and stuff like that. But I wanted to make a card. I actually, in this session, I made 2 cards. I've already posted the other video. So I'm just pulling out all of the scraps that I had brought with me to make cards. I'm still going to work something with that inked scallop circle on another after I get home, because I need my inks and my brushes to do that. Here I have just some scraps, and honestly there was some glue on this scrap. It just wasn't looking great, so I really wanted to use it up. I had these strips of glitter paper that I had thrown in there that I had cut for something else. Looking at the different glitter paper, I picked I think it's the True Gold one to use on this card. I'm just looking at other things. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for a sentiment. I didn't have any paper that was light enough for me to do a sentiment on. I do figure that out, but I was a little bit on the struggle bus for this card. So I was looking at other things. Is this the card I still want to make? I do go ahead and commit to it. And that right there is the card that I did in the previous video. So go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. It's a super quick card. I did the whole card in 7 minutes, I think. Super simple when you have a cutout and you don't have all your tools to get fussy with. So I did think about using this plaid paper and decided against it, but I promise you I come up with a solution for the sentiment. So remember, since I'm on vacation, I'm working with limited tools, limited papers, and just seeing what I can come up with. And as you can tell from my voice, I've had a little bit of a cold, so that took me out for a day or two. But it's a long cruise. It's okay if I miss a day or two. So this is the base, and it's this beautiful dark teal. I really love this color. I didn't have a bone folder, so I just used the round part of my scissors. And then I'm going to trim this paper up. This is the very last piece of this paper. And so I'm just cutting off any of the parts that are that had schmutz on them or something like that. And I trim this, and then I think I decide that I'm going to put gold. So I have to trim it a little bit more in just a minute. So I like that, but we're going to add a little something to it. You can tell here I'm still commenting. This is just wordy bits. It would look really pretty on a card. This pre-done sentiment doesn't look good with the gold. It's not quite the right color, so I set that aside. And that's when I decide that I'm going to do something with this gold glitter paper and add another strip of the teal. So that's my plan. So just take off another 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. You can do that to your particular style. The other thing that you can do is, if you have a set of A2 die cuts, you can do that, and it will, automatically sequence the sizes of your mats. I did not have those because I only have my Scout with me, so. And I will pull that out for this card, but for some smaller elements. All right. So the base of the card is now done, and now it's time to begin embellishing. So I have that strip, and I wanted to highlight it a bit more. So I just trimmed that so that it would fit. And I struggled here too, you guys. I didn't get it even on both sides, and So you'll see me fuss around with it quite a bit. Then I'm trying to get the tiny strip in there to get it the right width. So this is the imperfection of my card making. It does come out fine in the end, but I was frustrating myself a little bit with my inability to make this work. So I just stuck an extra piece of paper on there so I could hold it where I wanted it, and that helped a little bit. I didn't have any Post-its. Usually I try and use Post-its for that. So then I still need to center it a little bit better, and I'm finally happy with it. Honestly, this is one of my go-to card layouts where you put a strip or a ribbon or a something at the top or the bottom or the side with several mats, and then your sentiment on some oval or circle or something like that. So I pulled out some more scraps that I had from a couple of scrapbook pages, and this much lighter teal really looked good with the paper. So I decide that I will get out both a scalloped circle and a stitched circle. And we're going to work with that. So I'm just checking to see if the scallops will stick out, and they will. And then I need to find a stamp that will fit inside that circle. So I have the thank you stamps. I was thinking about doing one of these other ones, but the style of that didn't really match the paper so much. So I decided just to do a thank you. And I have a thanks that fits just perfectly inside that circle. I'm really pleased with this new stamp set that I got. I can't remember the name of the company right offhand. Let me see. I can't find it at the moment. If I find it, I'll add it in the bottom, the name of the company that made that stamp set. It's got lots of different fonts and styles of thank you. So here's another struggle bus moment. It takes me 3 tries to get this where I want, because again, I don't have my stamp platform with me. And so when I couldn't redo it, so I had to get it on a first try. It took me 3 tries to get it on the first try. So it's not super clear. I would like to have been able to stamp it a second time, but it's good enough. My real world scrapbooking. So I'm going to get out my Scout. If you've been watching my videos this month, I've used the Scout quite a bit, and I really recommend it if you travel a lot to scrapbook. If you go to a lot of retreats or over to a friend's house, the Scout is a really good size, and it really does work when you have the right sandwich, which I didn't there for a moment. So still working on the right sandwich. That's the one thing. This is new to me, and so I'm not quite used to all the right sandwiches, and I decide to be safe and use a little mint tape to secure it. I do spend a little time, the glitter paper, you know, it's got that sort of layer of glue that holds it down, so I had to fuss around with it to get all the little holes cleared out, but I didn't make you watch me do that. So we're almost done just assembling those last couple of pieces now. And this came out really cute with just the scallop part of the in gold sticking out from behind the sentiment. We're going to glue this on. And then I think we're going to pop this up so I get some fun foam. Sorry about that. My cold caught up with me. And so I will also add some gems or jewels to this when I get home. I just didn't have the right ones with me here. So thanks a lot, and come back for more content. I'll be home soon.